Looking to build your dream home in the mountains of North Carolina? At Parton Home Builders, we bring craftsmanship, quality, and your vision together, creating homes that are built to last and designed just for you. Located in Black Mountain, we specialize in custom homes, renovations, and dependable construction you can trust. From the first blueprint to the final nail, our team is with you every step of the way. Whether you're starting fresh or upgrading your current space, choose a builder who puts your needs first. Visit us at 417 South Occoneechee Avenue in Black Mountain, North Carolina. Call today at 828-243-6609. Parton Home Builders. Building your future, one home at a time.
When power matters, racers trust experience. That's why drivers turn to Fulton Competition race engines. At Fulton Competition, every engine is built for one purpose: performance on the track, precision machining, proven parts, and the kind of craftsmanship serious racers depend on every race night. From local short tracks to major racing events, Fulton Competition engines deliver the horsepower, durability, and reliability racers need when the green flag drops. If you're ready to take your program to the next level, Fulton Competition Race Engines is ready to help. Visit them at 2150 Chesney Highway in Spartanburg, South Carolina. Call 864-583-3089. This message is proudly brought to you by Stacy Hall, a supporter of local racing and the teams that keep the sport alive every weekend. Fulton Competition Race Engines. Built for racers. Built for power. Built to win.
Okay, we'll do a dry off. Get it ready. Oh yeah, let's have a little study in the rear here. Now, bring racing. Let's do it. Oh, somebody's jumping in. I got the last lane. You can go ahead and good job, dude.
quarterfinals of the 490 Outlaws coming to the water box. Got Joe McCoy in the right lane versus Turtle Brandon in the left. Both these drivers have done a good job today. Let's see who's going to pull off the win here at Farmington. Joe McCoy turning on his first pump. Let's see, Turtle getting ready to pump in. Winner, Joe McCoy. 491 against a 489. Good run. We appreciate everybody coming out to Farmington this weekend for the 490 Outlaws. Next race will be at Greer Dragway. I believe that's Saturday, June the 20th. Hope to see everybody there.
Fat Rabbit Stick Show coming at you live. What's going on, buddy?
Nothing, doing all right.
We ain't have no technical difficulty tonight.
Yeah. I think we got it. We'll resort to the old phone for right now. So.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, I had video but no microphone, so.
Oh.
It's probably the dummy behind the wheel, I'm sure.
There's probably TikTok from the other week still getting after us, trying to break into our show. Chinese. Hey, know what Chad said?
What he said? You gonna bring Chad in?
Oh yeah. What's going on, buddy?
Living the dream, man.
What you think it's got to do with our TikTok fans in China that's causing all?
Yeah, they're always talking about on the news it's intelligence and stuff. So trying to hack our system. So I'm sure they're hacking, trying to find all the racing intelligence to share back in the homeland.
Right. Tom, we had that was a day I didn't really be honest with you leading up to this week. I did not think we would get a race like the way the forecast looked. Race and it come up the day, Saturday. It's kind of like, man, I still don't think we're gonna get it in, And then we had a little bit of showers and we're able to get it in. So it's really good day. Long day, I get it, but they were able to pull it off for sure. Thanks for them, Mike, Leisha, and the crew to be able to, keep going and give us a safe place to race for sure.
I was just joking about the TikTok stuff. I mean, they done took Tom away on us.
They're gonna start with him first, I guess. So.
Yeah, Fat Rabbit Sticks moved down the ladder here.
That's right. That's right. The pecking order.
Yeah.
Talk to us. I know we've kind of got into this shout out thing. Do you have your shout out for the week? I figure you've worked on it all week. I'm sure.
I do. I got 3 of them actually. So these are my favorite kind of shout outs, and it's shout outs and happy birthdays. today is Amber Dotson's birthday, so shout out to her. Um, my second one goes to the most interesting man in the world, and that's Alan Foray. That's actually CJ's father-in-law. I think yesterday was his birthday, and my third one goes out to Jerry Hunt. Nobody really knows when Jerry's birthday is, but it's just happy birthday, Jerry. So uh, happy birthday and shout outs to all three of those. Hope y'all have a great time.
That's cool. Yeah, I'll say you kind of took that one, Amber. I thought I was trying to sneak that in, but you got me. So yeah,
My bad.
no, that's cool. I actually got three as well. One's real quick. I thought it was really cool to see Angie Smith won on Sunday at Budds Creek, obviously on the motorcycle. But that was the NHRA's 200th pro win for women. So that's shout out to all the ladies. That's really cool. Thought that was worthy of talking about.
Did you ever go to Budds Creek?
I did. I went 2 times.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just feels weird for it to be NHRA and hosting a national event there, but come on, Dave. Y'all ain't giving Tom credit now. I'm telling you, man, he's the technical man behind the scenes. So
yeah, he just makes us look good. That's all.
yeah.
Who's that?
Redstone.
Okay. Oh yeah. What's up, Klein? So the other one I had was staying with the ladies. It's great to see Hannah Lindsay make some rounds Saturday. I'm gonna say that's her second actual race, third at best. I know that's her second, could be her third. She's made runs, in a couple of weeks, but I thought that was really cool. She made a few rounds. I thought was worthy of mention. Her. The other one is, you always talk about silly season, coaches, losing their jobs and, this and that, and trades. You got your July trades for Major League Baseball. I think that you got NIL now in college. I think that Joey needs to go ahead and lock Chase up. That's when my third shout out, Chase Jackson. He got to lock him up as a crew chief because I think he could be really, he could be on the market, I think, and demand more money. But he's proven his ability as a crew chief, and I think he deserving of pay. You know what I'm saying?
The demand level is there, so with the demand comes money. So yeah, I mean, he needs somebody he's got the leverage at the moment. So yeah, he needs somebody or himself one to negotiate at the tables with him. So
Joey, if you're listening, it's time to pony up. I mean, let's come off the hip. I mean, you're winning. The man's putting you in the winner circle. It's time to do it. So, but before we get into our results, there's 2 things. I hate Tom's not able to be on. We're going to do as the show. June 27th is our next points race. The first thing that we're planning to do is June 27th is going to be ladies' night. The best reaction time for the female first round of competition, no matter what class it is, female, and popcorn, you can't put a wig on and lipstick and all that.
you ain't got to worry about popcorn.
But yeah, first round, best reaction time from a female, no matter what class it is, gets $50 from the Fat Rabbit Stick Show. I'm hoping my buddy Shane Thompson can talk this up and can help us a little bit in the tower. But you'll have to bring just as long as you have your ticket and let us see your ticket, and I'm sure he's going to help us, with the reaction times. But bring your tickets to us. We'll pay you on the spot on the 27th. That's $50. The other thing to that is we're going to do dead on zero.
It's
if
flamingos, Tap. Come on, man. It's flamingos.
if you are dead on zero throughout the rate from dash for cash to the end of the race. So dash for cash to the end of the race. If you have a dead on zero run, you need to send your time ticket either by text message. We prefer it to be to the Facebook page itself, but send your time ticket. If you have 3 dead on zeros in the day, that gives you three options, 3 chances to be pulled. But if you're dead on zero from the dash through the end of the race, you're going into a drawing, and the next Wednesday, the following Wednesday, the winner that's pulled gets $100 from the Fat Rabbit Stick Show. If there's one person that's dead on zero, and there's all classes are included. If one person is dead on zero that day, that person gets the money. If there's no one that's dead on zero that day, the money rolls over. It stays $100, but it'll go to the next points race. I hope I explained this good enough and everybody understands. But that's our goal.
Is it echoing?
That's our goal for that. Be a little bit of incentive to do that. So
that's the next points race. Best reaction time of the females.
Yep, $50.
$50, and then if you're dead on zero,
the reaction time for the females is first round only.
First round only. Okay.
And then the dead on zero is dead on zero from dash to the end of the race. And you'll, like I said, if you do it 3 times, you're in the pot 3 times, and so you got 2, more opportunities to pull. If one person does it, that one person gets paid for that, the 27th. If no one does it, it rolls into the next. It stays $100, but it goes to the next points race. So
a Benjamin.
Huh?
A Benjamin.
That's right. That's right. Did you have your results? I know.
I do. Starting with Greer. As you saw, Joey Dotson picks up the win over Rob Painter. Looks like Rob turned it red there in the finals. I know that's Rob's second attempt to try to win the belt, right? And he's fallen short both times.
Yes, so, yes, yeah. Because Hank said give him a hard time. He wasn't gonna jinx him, but yeah, he did fall short. So,
so yeah, but still, I mean, that's 2 finals here, and we ain't even halfway through the racing season, I don't guess. So, foot brake, we find Robbie Philbert picking up the win over Sammy Neese. And then moving to the sportsman category, we had Ronnie Forrester, team We Are the Champions, carrying the load for us. So he picks up the win over Robbie Philbert. So Robbie comes up 1 round short of doubling up. And he's on the show with us tonight, so I'm sure we'll get to talk more about that. Junior Dragsters. This was a great run. I was listening to this one. So Christian Brashear picks up the win over Bo Sims. Obviously we always say Bo's doing both things, but this Christian Brashear, he's on a roll here. So, I mean, he's won several times at Ware Shoals, and now he's come over to Greer and picked up the win. So, do we want to stop and talk about what's happening now with that through the show?
We can, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
We got is it my understanding we have a bounty on through the Fat Rabbit and Stitch show. We have a bounty on Brashear. Is that right?
Someone, I don't know, someone in that group down at where Shoals is doing the bounty.
Oh, okay. My bad. My bad.
That's
So
all.
anyway, regardless, there's a bounty on Christian Brashear at Ware Shoals this
Yeah.
Saturday, correct?
Yeah.
From second round on. So there's several bounties involved with our show tonight. So anyway, I'm sorry I had that wrong. I just saw it listed and thought it was through the Fat Rabbit and Stick show, but my bad. So anyway, once again, Christian Brashear over Bo Sims and Juniors. Motorcycles, Jamie Sims over Joaquin Ortiz. TCRs. Is this the right name? Hayden Thompson, is that right?
That's right.
So now, we call Dalton. I mean, I know Trevor Jenkins give Dalton Dotson the name Tater Tot after Tater. So is Hayden considered like the fat bunny, or is he do the
I like,
anyway?
I like it. I like it.
Regardless, now you talking about the intelligence behind the scene. I mean, Hayden is the one that walks Tom through all the technical stuff here. So Hayden Thompson picking up the win over Josiah Sinclair in our TCRs. Congratulations! I guess that's Hayden's first race. Is that correct?
He may have run one other time, but yeah, I'm pretty sure this could have been the first one.
Okay, so regardless of him and Austin Love's battling for baby money, there we go.
Yeah, I like it.
And then once again, talking about bounties, we had a $500 bounty on Shane Maddox at Greer Saturday, and Walt Gladden in the Camaro. I heard Shane Thompson calling him Double Alt Walt, so Double Alt Walt. So I think Shane wins first round, has to run your dad. He comes back second round, is on the bye. Come back third round, Walt's on the bye. Shane's the last car in line and ends up getting Walt. And Walt turns on the win light and takes home $500 courtesy of Bud McCarty and McCarty Auto Parts. So thank you to Bud for stepping up and putting up that bounty. Congratulations to Walt. I don't think he even realized he'd won $500.
I don't either. Yeah.
But anyway, I saw him. I've seen Walt race at Union. I know he was parked there with Michael Branham, Buck Branham. So I'm assuming they traveled up together there. So, but anyway, like you said, like we talked about earlier, I mean, dodged some rainstorms. Luckily, they wasn't too severe, so the drying didn't take all that long. But the forecast may have kept some people away as well. But regardless, it was a good race, good finish, and congratulations on the winners and runner-ups.
So I didn't get exact car count. I think we're like in the 110 to 120 range total on the yard. So that, again, another good turnout for sure, even with the threat of rain. So, yep.
My next results is from Mooresville. I think I may have jumped the gun a little bit the other week. I think the other week I may announce that was their last race, but I think it was actually their last points race.
Adam on.
He's
Get me
on,
off.
but anyway, this past Saturday was their actual, I think, last race at Mooresville. I think they had a dedication ceremony to G.W. Leeser family. I mean, they've been associated with Mooresville for years and years. And then they released their plans moving forward. And if we want to talk about that, we can. That looks pretty extensive. But anyway, getting into the results, top eliminator, he had 470 Fred. Is it 490 Fred? Just whatever Fred. Fred Hadberg.
Sure.
Picking up the win over. I think this is the reason why you wanted me to do the Moore's results. You didn't want to have to pronounce Barry's last name here. Capano.
I see, dude. I was like, I don't know if I could do it.
But I have done some research. I understand he goes by the name Barry C. So we'll just stick with Barry C. But Barry Capano, I think that's kind of like an inner circle of all finals there. Fred, Barry, Dan Malloy, Michael, and them, they all kind of run together, park together. So I'm assuming that was the inner circle finals there in top. Semifinalist was Robert Rayfield. He Rabbit. He normally foot brakes. So I mean, looks like he's over there in the top category as well. And then Coy McLeod. So that was your top four in top foot brake. Alan Estragami. He's been turned on he's turned on a bunch of win lots at Mooresville over the years. And there again, he's not a young buck either. I mean, it's as we'll I'm sure we're going to talk about more on the show here, but Alan's still getting it done at a ripe age. So over Jeff Berry, and then Bobby York was your semifinalist. Bobby, I know, drives Barracuda there, so good to see him in the late rounds. TCR runoff, Cameron Wilson over Lincoln Rockwell. Lincoln Rockwell. That's a dignified sounding name there. So, congratulations to those TCRs. The 6-0 racers of the Carolinas. Once again, another bounty story here. So, Eddie Pauley had a $200 bounty on him leading into this race. So, anybody that could take Eddie out would get $200. And the only other person I know of that's won a race in this class is Dawson Pauley, his son. So Dawson beats Eddie at Mooresville on Saturday. So I'm assuming I guess the bounty money technically sort of stayed in house there, but Dawson does pick up the win over Eddie in the finals. How about our boy Jimmy Raper? Right? We ain't talked about old Jimmy in a long time. Good to see he's still out there burning rubber and turning loose the button. So semifinalist in the 6-0 racers. And then their final class, they had a Carolina Push Rods Gassers. A gas, the winner was Dawson Bailey. B gas, Steve Pierce. Best burnout, I might could win this category, Mike Green. Long distance award goes to Rodney Potter. And then the best wheel stand, if I can't win the burnout, I might win the wheel stand, Matt Helms. So congratulations to all those at Mooresville over the weekend as well.
That like was a good crowd there for sure. That was good to see. And then like you said, if you look at some of these renderings of what it's going to look like, it's
Wow.
if anything like what the pictures look, that's for sure to be a cool place. For time's sake, I'm going to jump right into Farmington's results. In top, Justin Holston took the win over Lauren Hudson, and Drew Moffitt was your semifinalist. In foot brake, it was all Holston finals. If I understand it correctly, Justin and Jamie run 5th round of top. Justin beat Jamie in top, but Jamie wasn't going to be outdone in foot brake. He took out Justin in the finals. Brian Yerger, Little Yerg, was a semifinalist along with Garrett Howell. That were your two semifinalists there. Of course, we're going to have Joe on. Joe McCoy picked up the win in the 490 class over, I mean, I don't know how many years combined him and Turtle would have together racing. But another veteran, Turtle, picked up the runner-up. He was also the number one qualifier. And then the semifinalists will go one further, Dan Wisnett and Joseph Bagward semis. But, I mean, take Joe, Turtle, and Dan. I'd love to know the combined racing years there, and how many laps has Dan made down Farmington Dragway. That's that's another one to know.
Former track champion there, I know. So
yes, for sure. And obviously, like with Joe, still getting after it, with some age on him, is still good to see. Gear Jammers, the main event side of that group, Ricky Smith took the win over Mr. Richardson. I did not get the first name, he runnered up to Ricky Smith in the
Is
gear.
that the Ricky Smith?
No, I don't think so. Yeah.
Tricky Ricky.
I did see that, and I was like, I don't think that's. But anyways, Jimmy Wilson was a semifinalist in that main event class. They always have like the second chance gamblers race, whatever you want to call it. Ross Knight was the winner over Scotty Mickles, and a name that we're familiar with, Josh Barzy, was a semifinalist there in the gamblers race. They have a lot of classes, so just bear with me. Juniors, Waylon Coffey, I believe is how you say it, over Jackson Phillips, and Tyler Biddle was a lone semifinalist. The sportsman class, Kevin Weinberger over Larry Holyfield, and Bubba White was your semifinalist. The teen class, Emma Koch was over, took the win over Mason Smith. I may butcher this. Alex Pena, Pena. I messed it up, I'm sure. And Luke Hobson was the two semifinalists. That is all I have. I don't have. Tom had some information on the 7-0 class at Wershoals. I do know I'm not sure what round it happened. They had an oil down, weren't able to finish, and they split the money. I believe he said they were $750. If Eric's watching, he can maybe help us out there. But I believe there was $750 to race for Friday night. So it sounds like there's a lot of effort, a lot of participation. So hopefully that can continue to grow for them guys down there. I know Tom said he wants to try to get the Black Mustang out and head down there, so it'd be pretty cool to see. Before we get into Joe, it's really cool to see. I saw it when Tom and Hayden switched down there, and he picked his ticket up, and they were pulling away. I seen Austin Love walk down there and congratulate Hayden on his win. It's really neat to see that little crew that's growing. This class here that we got going on is neat to see them guys, pulling for one another. So I just want to mention that before we moved on. But I guess we can bring Joe. Did you have anything else before we moved on?
No, I'm good.
Hey, Joe, how are you, sir?
I'm great. Thanks for having me on.
Thank you for being on with us. When Tom was talking this week about you being on, I was like, you know what, this ought to be a good one, because Joe's always a lot of knowledge over the years for sure. So it's really cool to have you on, and good to see you do good up there in Farmington.
Yeah, it's something I wasn't expecting to ever happen again, but to be honest to you. But when we did his car, I thought we can be competitive, but we probably ain't going to be able to win a race against these guys, because they all tougher than nails out there. And my reaction times ain't what they used to be, and I don't know that they'll ever get good again, but we're trying.
I was thinking 79 years old, correct?
That's correct.
What was the first racetrack that you ever went to, and what year was that?
Now, I grew up in Ohio. I was in 5th grade, and a boy that was in school with me, Dad, had a I guess it was a 55 Ford, and he raced around with, they built a drag strip called Thompson Drag Strip, and his dad's name was Otto. Otto bought a 61 Ford 390 401 horse super stock car and dominated down there. And that's what got me messed up with this stuff. I was like 13 years old.
Cool. That's cool.
Yeah.
What You said you've been away for 10 years. Is that correct? Racing?
7.
7. Okay, I thought I heard.
I won in 10 years.
I got you.
I won a 490 race. Well, I won a couple of them, and then I quit racing 490. They told me I couldn't use the easy plate system. And to this day, you can't run an easy plate system in 490. But anyway, that was the last time I won a race. And then I sold the car and the motor home and the whole kit and caboodle, the fire suit. I cashed out. And that was about 7 years ago.
Okay.
And the plan was that I was going to race with David Scruggs and Danny Zisk and help them and hang out and do all these neat things. And doggone it, they weren't racing. I'm like going, what in the world?
Yeah.
So about 3 years ago, I said, I'm just going to build me a 6.0 car. And I started bending pipe for this car. And I got to hanging around a lot with Dan Ferguson, going with him. You get to going, all them cars are running 360s and 370s in bracket racing and top sportsman. And I was like, I don't know that I'm going to be happy at 6.0. The other car was 450, 470. It was too fast. I was getting too old. I couldn't take care of it. I was afraid I'd overlook something and mess up. But the 490, I felt like I could probably handle that. Although I've had a couple of senior moments with it, we've been all right.
So that's good. Yeah, what you got?
I guess the other thing I associate with you is you build cars as well as race them. Have you built every car that you've ever raced, or have you run other stuff as well?
Well, I built every car that I've raced. I built a couple of cars other people race, but the last car, the 67 car, the top sportsman car, was GPS race cars. I bought it off of Fulton. That was GPS raced it for a year. They sold to Brad Jeter. Brad got into a deal with Alan Pittman and Gene, and Gene ended up with the car, and I got it from him.
I got you.
My wife was so messed up. There was no way I could build a car and deal with her at the same time. So I thought, well, I'll just buy this roller from Gene, but that doggone thing sucked up 1,000 hours trying to get it right. It all worked out in the end.
That's good.
It was a good car.
Yeah.
And I just, to piggyback on that, where did the fascination with Novas come along? It's like you're like myself. We're a Nova fans of Novas anyway. So where did your fascination with Novas come along?
All right, I bought a 70 Nova with 350 from a guy for $200, and they stuck a cam in it and some different things, and we street raced back then. And this thing was a badass little street car. It light to light, the thing was awesome. Anyway, a guy wanted that motor. He traded me a 375 horse 396 for it. I stuck that in there, drove it to the drag strip and run 1180. And I said, doggone, this is pretty cool here. And so I had that car. I made it a real race car. And when I moved down here in 82, I didn't want an 1/8 mile race. I was a 1/4 mile person. And so I sold everything and came down here and started bass fishing. And my wife got so aggravated with that, she thought that was a complete waste of any talent that I had. And she said, shoot. And she hated me racing. But she said, shoot, I was happier when you was racing. At least you used your head. So I built the car that Joey Dotson got now.
Yeah.
And I started racing it. And I wasn't serious about racing. I want I'll tell you a quick story. I'd go racing on Friday nights, and all I wanted to do was be around racing. And I didn't put a lot of effort in. I'd set the tires before I left the house. I'd put it on the trailer and never check it. Stuff like that. I met David Scruggs, and David was winning some races, and me and him got to be buddies. And I got to thinking, I don't even know if I could run a race. So I put a concerted effort over that winter to redo the car and redo my program. And following spring, on my birthday, I raced David Scruggs and beat him at Shady Side. And 2 weeks after that, I beat James Bunton down there at Shady Side.
Wow.
And yeah, it was just incredible. The car was outstanding. And so that's how I just kept enjoying that stuff.
Right.
I'd win a race or two every year in the early part of the year. And then by June, I was at work and I couldn't race for pretty much until September or October. By then, I'm a duck because everybody else is on their game. But I've had a great time. I love this sport. And if it wasn't for David, when David got sick and couldn't race no more, he was my crew chief, and we run that 530 stuff. I won a championship. Even now, he helps me. Jeff Waters is the same thing. If it wasn't for Jeff and David, I wouldn't have won no races. They stick with me and help me out and go racing with me when no one else can do it. So
I'll say, like with David, back in those when Greer had the 5-second class before everybody just really sped up.
mm-hmm.
I always said that was I'd finally gotten started driving the dragster, stuff like that. But David was always, when David raced, David was tough, no matter.
He was, yes, he was.
He showed up. He did it. He was always a tough out for for a round. But it seemed like he always did really well in the 5-second class.
Yeah.
Just remembering back, that's been a long time because everybody's sped up now, and it's
Yeah.
So,
we sped him up. The last time we had the car out, it run like a 518. And I don't know. I don't know why he's not racing. You'd have to ask him. All I can tell you is that he rebuilt his truck, rebuilt his trailer, got the car ready to go. In the last 5 years, it ain't been nowhere. It's all going to ruin.
Joe, wasn't you involved with the Chester group over the years?
Oh, yeah.
Talk about that a little bit, because I think about you. I think about Alonzo Moore, and I think about Keith Hudspeth. Some of them guys. Talk about that a little bit.
Okay, CDRA was, and they were still in business, I guess you could say. They were a group, and David and I joined them. And what I loved about them and how they helped me was we used to vote to go to a different racetrack every month. We'd go to Mooresville, Farmington, Greer, Shady Side, Pageland, Darlington, Rockingham, Bristol, wherever we voted, that's where we'd go. So it forced you to meet people you wouldn't ever meet without going to those places, right. and just become a better racer because you're racing at different racetracks. If you go to the same track every week, you get comfortable. When you go somewhere you ain't never been before, like Florence, Darlington, I went to that doggone place and they told me, they said, well, when you cross the finish line, there's grass in the middle of the track and you got to make a turn. And well, that all sounds pretty easy. I was in the Beretta and that thing run, I don't remember, 570s, 580s. Get on there and I'm hauling along real good. Track was great. And all of a sudden you got to turn. Man. And then if you couldn't stop, there was a pile of railroad ties. But anyway, it forced you to become better if you wanted to have any kind of success. And we did a lot of really neat things. We used to raffle stuff off and give money to charity and stuff, pay people's senior citizens power and just different things. We decided, well, the lady we were working with, the community DSS lady, she said, have you ever thought about adopting foster kids? And I'm going to tell you, that's the most rewarding thing we ever did. We adopted a foster kid is living in a foster home, and they're going to have a prom. They can't get a dress. They can't rent a tuxedo. They don't have anything. We helped all these kids out. They'd come to our meetings once in a while. They'd write you letters that'd break your heart. But doggone it, that was the best feeling that I've ever had doing anything with charity. Yeah. And anyway, things just began to change. People didn't want to travel as much, and they quit going all around. And when they quit doing that, it was like, well, shoot, because it was a ride for both of us to get to Chester from Gaffney.
Yeah.
But Keith Hudspeth's doing well. He doesn't race anymore.
So when we were talking about you being on this week, that the Chester group like played in my mind, and I thought about Keith as well. I was like,
yeah,
guys you just don't see. And me and my dad talk all the time about different people that come and go that's not around. There was a group, a lot of guys like from the Asheville area, that Greer every Saturday night. I remember kids just don't see them anymore. It's like, so that played in my mind too, because that's like I wrote that down. I wanted to mention that.
They're great group of guys. I'm still every once in a while I go to one of their meetings just to see everybody.
Yeah,
it's a great group.
The Abercrombie family, don't they? They're yeah,
they're still all there. Harry, he built a truck, and his son just didn't want to drive anymore. I think they sold the truck, but Donnie and Freddie and all those folks are still there.
Sure. Yep. Chad, what you got for him?
You talking about people helping you out. Please tell me that Charles Dukes ain't wanted to take no credit for on anything on racing, has he?
I'm sure he does. Charles has really been I got really bad sick last year at the beach, and I couldn't drive us home. And Charles and another friend of mine came down, spent the night, and brought me and my family home.
Oh, wow.
That's how good a friend he is. But doggone now, he'll talk some junk. I had to go to Charleston. Our dog needed surgery, and only they could do it in Charleston. He rode with me down there, and I let him drive us back. And that man can't drive. He drove a truck all his life. How in the heck could you? We're going 55 miles an hour, going up 26. I love Charles.
Oh yeah.
He's mentioning David Strudd. He's mentioning David Strudds and all those other names. Well, I got to plug Charles Dukes in there somewhere.
Oh yeah,
somehow another along the way.
Yeah. I like to thank some other people while we're sitting there yakking. Dan Ferguson, who's my good friend, was instrumental in helping me with this car here. I had an old 505 motor I was going to stick in it. He had a block and some heads and stuff and some blown up junk laying around, and we drug all that crap out and carried it over to Park. And Scott loved that boy. Him and Jody and Chad Dawson, they've just been great, helped me out. Dale Maddox, all the struts, brakes, rear end, axles, Dale got all that stuff for me. Danny Ziska and Ronnie Mathis painted it and did all the body work for it. You got to love that. Mosley fixed my transmission up, so you got to love Paul Mosley. And it just been a great group of people helping me out.
Sure. I say you think about the years that, I mean, like you said, in the early 80s, you moved down here, and once you got going racing around here, think about the people that we meet over the years. It's crazy, you know.
Yeah. The people like, I don't know if you remember Tommy Entrican or not, but he's an Alston chassis guy.
Okay.
When I built that car Joey got, I built it the way I thought I should build it. It didn't work well. Entrican helped me fix all of the problems with that car that were there because of the way I built it. All the 4-link stuff was wrong. He was instrumental. Wayne Paris and his son, I built all my motors up at their shop. Wayne became one of my best friends. I had a key to the shop. I'd go up there and do whatever I wanted to do. And Mike Duval taught me how to bend sheet metal. I helped him for a year. And people just, all great people, share their knowledge and try to make you smarter.
For sure. Yep.
I think Fat Rabbit wants you to help him on his car so that he can try to beat Joey if you don't mind.
Well, I'm going to tell you, when I sold that car to him, that thing was consistent as heck. Well, unfortunately, it had brand new BB2 heads on it. I think he had it about 6-8 months and dropped the valve and killed the motor. And he went through a lot of different problems trying to get that thing to do right. He traded it off and got it back. And anyway, he's done a lot of work to it. He's got it figured out. Yeah. Just like Shane, you know, when you go on that horse and you can ride that horse, stay with that sucker because he's gonna fall off in a little while.
Right.
He's on fire right at the moment.
Yep, for sure. Well, Joe, we appreciate you taking time and being on. Man, we're thrilled to death to see you.
Yeah. You asked about how long me and Wisnett and Turtle been racing. I met Turtle in 1990.
I got you. I'll say I
didn't like him. He won a lot of races.
I feel like we ain't even scratched the surface on all the stories and stuff you could tell. So hopefully we can get you back on at another time and we can talk about it some more.
I'll say I would love to do like a winter time where we have just like
that'd be all right.
round table discussion and let everybody go, you know,
we can do that if you want.
But definitely thank you, Joe, for being on.
Thank you for having me on. I really appreciate it.
Congratulations. See you.
Take care.
That was good, man.
I'm back. Am I echoing? Are y'all in good shape?
Yeah.
Y'all be good.
Oh, man, 79 years old. If we're
I was gonna say, I know I've said it 1,000 times. I guess I've said 1,000 more. I mean, him, Jim Wood, Harold Galt. I'm just saying, I mentioned him in the results. Or Alan Estergon. I mean, he's got to be late 70s, maybe even older than that. I don't know. Man, I know I want to cry and bellyache at 51. I don't see how I can even get in and out of a car at 78, 79 years old, much less win a race.
And running four on top of that.
What's that?
I said running 490s on top of
that. For sure. So,
but
no, that's good. I'd love to have him on again and tell I'm sure we could go a long time with some stories there. So,
well, one of the things I wanted to ask him, and I know he's kind of running on time, but was he's always got projects going on, and I want to say, man, I'd love to have the drive that he has to do at 79. You know, to But
Well, he said he loves the sport. I mean, you can tell it by the way he does, and like you
sure,
said, keeping the projects going. So
yeah, he don't spare time and expense
no,
what he does. So
I agree.
let's bring Robbie in.
Hey guys.
Hey,
Hey,
buddy.
Bob.
Sorry, sorry for the
No,
extended
you
time.
fine.
You said to
I'm sitting
keep.
back and I'm just enjoying the show.
You said for us to keep you awake, so we time to wake up. Man, I'll be honest with you. Me and Tom, we kind of like Sunday, Monday, we're sort of figuring out who to have on, and not do the repeat thing and try to keep it fresh. And your name always comes up. It's like we want him on, we're gonna get him on. Tom's like, he's gonna win again. He's gonna win again. We're gonna get him on. And I was like, when you were in two finals Saturday, what you did, I was like, this is the perfect timing right here. It's time to get him on. So
Yeah, I mean,
we're glad to have you on, man, for sure.
I
So
appreciate y'all.
talk to us about your day. Like I said, that's how many laps did you make?
Let's see. I made one time running each one dash in each. That was 4, plus the 6 rounds in sportsman and 7 rounds in foot brake.
Oh,
So
wow.
that's almost 20.
Yeah.
Car
Yeah.
still didn't use 2 gallons of gas. It was funny.
Is that on you on
It just
E85? Or
no, I'm running a 110 Mike.
okay. Yeah, I wasn't sure. So that's cool for sure. Tom, Chad, what you got?
Yeah, I echo a lot of what Rusty said there as well. I mean, it's tough just to win rounds. I mean, it's tough to even tougher to win a race. I mean, here you are within one round of doubling up and winning both classes. So I don't know. I guess the first thing that comes to my mind. I mean, I sit and listen to the numbers and runs. I mean, and I hate for it to sound this way. I mean, but people want to talk about foot brake and then like sportsman, like almost as if like it's like a step down or whatever. But man, I sit there and listen to y'all's numbers and y'all's runs. Y'all are pouring out hard runs even in the sportsman
Oh,
class. So I mean, like Rusty said, talking about your day. I mean, what round kind of jumped out at you or stood out at you, or you had a good feeling that today's gonna be a good day or whatever?
I ain't trying to talk down about anybody, but when I first round and my win light come on, I said, "Uh-oh." I said, "This might be the day." Because somehow or another, because normally, I don't have a good track record with you, Chad. I don't. But when my win light come on when I run you, I said, I got a chance today. I said, I might be able to run. And then I got lucky a lot because there was a few rounds where I got to where I was losing the tree, couldn't find it. I was around second, third round. But then it started coming back after 4th and 5th round. Started coming back. I started getting back down to 01s, 02s, 03s, and the car saved me. I mean, that's all there is to it. I mean, I got lucky.
Well, I know I trying to remember which round it was. If it was the semifinals of foot brake, I believe. Um, Seemed like Sammy was really good on the tree, and then like you was the next pair, and you won. And I heard Shane call out. I mean, you was 14, I think, on the tree or whatever. I was like, man,
Yeah.
and, these guys are just they're knocking it out here. So, but yeah, I mean, does hot lapping it, does that affect your car any as far as ET or dials or anything?
Not really. I mean, the car likes the heat. I mean, it liked the heat back when it had fuel injection on it. It likes the heat now that it's carbureted. This is only like the second race or third race I've run on it since I've converted it to carburetor. And I'm still trying to figure out what it wants and what it likes. And I'm not used to running with heat in the car. When it was fuel injected, I liked pulling through the water at 130 degrees. And now I'm having to try to build heat to 160 so it don't bog. I mean, because that's the first carburetor I've had in 20 years. Back when I was a kid, I had one. on my car I run, but it's been a long time.
Yes.
But it was worth it.
Robbie, who or how did you get your start, like coming around the racetrack? Like what got you coming?
Let's see. Well, my stepdad took me to Shayside the first time. I want to say it was around 86 or 87. It was way
Okay.
back in the day. Him and my Uncle Gene used to race over there a lot, and I helped them, in the pits. And, me and my little cousin Rodney, we always helped our dads. And the older we got to being 10, 11, 12 years old, they finally gave us a chance to let us run their street cars. Ronnie Buff would, he was always one of people start running. And at 12 years old, in 92, I remember my dad let me make a pass one time down the track with him in it. And Ronnie Buff said, well, he can run these gamblers races. And I started running them, and it stuck.
I got you.
I mean, we had a blast ever since.
I got you. What the truck, did you name it the truck, or how did it get its name?
I was racing. Well, see, that old truck, let me tell you a story about it. I bought that old truck from my brother for $300, right? And my kids, and see, well, I quit racing around 2004 when me and Scotty first met. I just started wanting to get back into it and whatnot, and we'd go over the track and goof off some. But my kids, when they were smaller, asked me what I used to do. They seen some old trophies from Shayside. I said, come on, I'll show you. And we took the truck over there, and Ronnie Buff had a free entry foot brake race. Well, I'll enter this old truck. I said, that way I couldn't explain to him what bracket racing was. Next thing I know, I'm in the finals with it. The truck was deadly consistent. I'm in the finals. And there was a bad oil down, and we had to split it. It was me and Kelly Stevens in the finals, and we had to split. But that old truck, I left there and went to Greer, and they had class back in 2015. Won there. The next week, went to Union, run their class, and the announcer started calling me farm truck. I was like, oh, pretty cool. I'll leave it there.
I got you. Yeah. Well, that's one you're talking about, the different places you went. That was one of the things Tom had talked about this week. We were talking about when you was being on, and he said, yeah, that no matter where Robbie goes, he seems to find himself in the mix, and you're not scared to, I mean, like you said, Union, Shayside, Greer, wherever it be, you don't mind going, and you always find yourself in the mix. And it's kind of bouncing back off of the truck. I was thinking, as well as you did with it, of course, you got the Mustang, and then now Jordan's kind of just took up with the truck, and he's done well himself. And it's cool to see y'all and we always talk about family and on the show, but it's cool to see y'all as a family there at the racetrack, and both doing what you enjoy.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, the main reason why is the way I'm doing it. My dad, we didn't have a dependable trailer, dependable truck. He had a 72 or 73 Firebird that he bought from his brother. And he didn't, like I said, always wanted to go to Greer, Morrisville, but he didn't have a good enough truck, good enough trailer to go far. Didn't have, half time we didn't have lights on the trailer, because we're just 20 minutes from Shayside. But I told my dad, I said, before he died, I only got to take him to Union, I think, once before he died. But he always wanted to travel around. I said, I can do it. And I told him, I said, it looks like fun. He always told me how he always wanted to do it. I said, I'm going to do it. I'm going to keep his dream alive. And everywhere, if I can find the gate open, if I got the money and the weather's good, I'm going to get in it.
That's right.
Yeah. And Jordan, he's took up with me. Yeah, he's the youngest one out of the four. He's took up with me real good the last few years here. And I guess he paid more attention to it than I thought he did when he was younger. 'Cause he's tough. I've had to run him at Shadyside, I think 4 or 5 times in them gamblers races. I think I've beat him once. I told my wife, I said, it's that daggum truck. I said, that's all it is. She said, all right, switch. I said, okay. I done a burnout. Jordan done his dry hop. We got out. We switched. And Jordan had never run my car. I mean, he made laps, that Shadyside in it, but he never actually chased,
Right.
let run a bracket race. And I left, and I was 40, and Jordan was 20 or 30. I get down there and I hear him womp, 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 womp. I was like, ain't no way. Wore me out again. My wife's like, now you get the truck? And I said, a little bit of it. I said, but the boy can handful when I actually get him in something he can, show his talent.
Yeah.
He's really paid attention over the years.
You done taught him too good, I guess.
It's never a comfortable feeling pulling out there beside the truck because the speed difference. I mean, you can't judge.
No,
we can't judge y'all, and you can't judge us. I mean, there's just never that comfort feeling of pulling out there beside it, and you and Jordan, you and Jordan make it look good too. So,
well, I told him, I said, son, try to be 030, and the first down the track he was 029 or something like that. I was like, dang. I said, all right, be 100. He was 090 something. You can about tell him what to hit. He'll get close to it. And I told him, I said, the truck's going. I said, just trust the truck. I said, don't stall it no different. It's going to run the number. I said, if you're 030 total, it's going to be hard to get in that. If they're coming at you at 100 mile an hour, you're doing 55. It's tough.
For sure. Yeah.
I found out firsthand it's tough.
I know with Shadyside, sort of the points winding down and all that. Are you turning your efforts to another track, or just going to kind of race when you can, where you can? And
I tell you the truth, I wished I'd have gotten points at Greer, but I didn't figure I would be able to make all the points races down there this year, and I didn't want to, commit to it and then miss half of them. And with bracket finals going to be so full this year too, and a limited car count going to get to go. And I was like, well, I'll just run Shadyside, because it's close to home and whatnot. But I want, if I can finish high enough, I want to try to go again this year. I mean, I think I'm second or third in points right now at Shadyside.
I got you.
But I got 2 races left, so it's gonna be tough.
Chad, what you got for him?
I guess speaking of bracket finals, and then kind of incorporates into world finals. I mean, you're still the inaugural WDRA Sportsman World Champion. I mean, does that still echo in your mind? Do you still reminisce about that, or?
Oh man, it's every time I just sit back and think about it. I wish I could have another day like that.
Yeah.
Because I got to every now and then I go back and read the article about it, and I didn't know that they kept up with all that stuff. And I was like, my God, I was average 007 over 5 rounds. I mean, I can't do that again if I tried. And dude, it was a lot of people there. You had to be that, or you was going home. I mean, like everybody's talking about sportsman being a step down. I honestly think it's kind of even or harder, in my opinion, because you're having to shift by hand. You don't have doing it for you off the MSD. You're manually having to shift that thing, and that's like in my car. If I know I missed a tree, I can wind it a little bit tighter and hit it, and it might get a number back. I got to get rid of it at the other end, but I used to do that a lot. So I knew I was like, oh crap, that was 50. I better wind out first a little bit so I can get a little bit of room back. But shoot, I don't know. To me, it's a little bit harder.
I was Tom was talking again. I hate he can't be on with the
Oh,
difficulty he have, but I was thinking about, we were talking about you being on this week and the Mustang and stuff, and he said that Mustang still, uh, has a special place for them. Because he said that was, which I know the whole story there with, that was his sister's car, and that was her baby, and um, you know,
talking about my car?
yes, sir. Did you know that?
No.
So
I've
Tom,
many stories about that car. I don't know all of them, but I've heard a bunch of them.
well, I hate Tom's not. That was originally. I say originally. That was. I think it changed hands. Maybe did Brad Hall get it?
Mm-hmm.
And did you get it from Brad Hall? Maybe, does that sound right,
Yeah.
Robbie?
Yep. My daughter
Okay.
bought it from.
Okay. Well, Tammy, which is Tom's sister, that was her car. They sold it to Brad Hall. So
Mm-hmm.
that originally started at, and Todd foot braked it at the time. Again, that was still
Talking
um,
about Todd Nobles.
yes, sir. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
that was Tammy. Tammy and Todd were together, but Tammy is
Oh, okay.
Tom's sister. Um,
Okay.
I know Tom was talking this week, and he said that how he said that car still just means a lot to him, and then when you did good this week, said just kind of he thinks about it, every time you do well, it brings back memories of her and stuff. So I was gonna
See,
bring that. Yeah,
I knew somebody told me it was somebody's wife helped build that car, but I couldn't remember who. I kept wanting to think it was Turtle's wife,
yeah,
Dottie. I was
yeah,
like, wait a minute. I was like, no, because I didn't ever remember. I remember, Turtle's wife way back in the day, back in the
yeah,
early '80s. I didn't remember them messing with a Mustang any. I know Todd told me that it'd been a race car, I think, since like 1994, somewhere around in there. It'd been a race car a long time.
yeah. Again, I wish Tom could have been on, but yeah, that was something he mentioned this week about just had still in the car did so. Um, but I just thought that was pretty cool. I wanted to bring that
I
up before we got
kind of
on.
hate what I'm doing then because work's fixing to hook me up with they want to make the car look better. They said they want to put a wrap on it. Now, I hate to do that now because I think that's original paint and everything on that car, but it just looks so rough.
Right.
I know. Dang, I want to talk to Tom before I do that.
Yeah.
Like, wait a minute.
Yeah. There's, like I said, I didn't know if you knew the whole history behind that. But
No,
yeah. So
no,
that's pretty.
I've only spoken to Todd over Facebook messages. I never met Todd, but I was trying to get in touch with him to get the title work straightened out because Brad never got it straightened out. And I was wanting to actually title it because now in North Carolina, I don't have to have an inspection. I can put a tag on it and street tires and drive around town here. If I wanted.
Tammy and Todd were together, but Tammy's since passed away. But I think that's even
Yeah,
more.
I remember Tom talking about that a long time ago.
So, but yeah,
Man,
that'd be
I'm
so.
gonna have to talk.
Yeah, y'all can have together there. So, but yeah, we appreciate you being on. And like I said, I hate that you were having to. we made you go last, but thank you for
Well, that's fine.
sticking in with
I'll
us.
trust me. I feel like I'm in my 20s, knowing I got to get up at 3:30 for work. And I'll still stay up 10, 11 o'clock sometimes, or I'll get up go in at 5 and play hooky and leave at 11 and go hour and a half to Greer. It don't matter.
Yeah, I got you. Chad, you got anything else for him before we get off?
Nah, just congratulations on Saturday. They're getting you and Jordan and stuff. I'm sure we'll cross paths throughout the rest of the year. But congratulations on Saturday, and hopefully have you back on again. Maybe you and Jordan do something together. We'll have you both on at the same time. So
It'd be nice. We'll do it one day. One day I'll be another goal. Me and both the owners together.
Yeah, we can handle that. Well,
Maybe
appreciate
start a
you.
little.
We'll see. Hopefully, see you soon, man.
All right, man. We'll see y'all. I appreciate y'all.
Thank you,
Robbie.
Bye. That was good. Yeah, that was really good. Yeah, like I said, Tom had mentioned that. I hate it to fuck his computer acted up, but we went a little longer. I hate that, but I'm hoping everybody stuck in with us. I know the union races this week.
Friday night and Saturday.
Hey, Miss Tanya, how are you? Yeah. So you got your Friday night fights at Union, and then the points race on Saturday. Farmington has a points race and the Mad Dog 450 race. That's a cool class. I wish we could see more of that. We enjoy the 490, but I'd love to watch a 450 class. But that's pretty cool though. Where Shoals has a points race this Saturday as well. Greer is closed this Saturday, but so Hank don't get on me. We got Test and Tune tomorrow night. Did you have anything that I'm missing, Chad?
Not as far as local goes. I know probably the popular event this weekend is the Sean Sarah race at Durana Galat, however you want to pronounce that. So I know Sean still attracts a lot of attention, or his name still gets mentioned a lot. So Jeff and that crew carrying on his memory by hosting that race. So, but anyway, that's going on this weekend as well. So,
Yeah, so I think they had the TB race, Tyler Bohannon race was
last week.
last week at Ohio. So I didn't have any results, but I know Isaac was on the ladder at 10 and got beat him. He made a good lap. I think he's mid-team package to be behind 1,000, I believe.
Yeah.
10. So that was pretty cool to see for him. He's gotten hot right lately. He made a lot of rounds, so it's really neat to see that. But
I think one of the other things that's created a lot of buzz this week was there was a call out on the Fat Rabbit and Stitch show, and it involved me of all people. I mean, I don't know why, but and I mean, I think the gentleman trash talked to you a little bit too, there, Rusty. So or Stitch. So
yeah,
a passenger princess, is that what he said?
what he called me? Yep, that's right.
But you know, I've been reading and studying. The call out was made by Popcorn, David Leopard, to me, and throws out all these stipulations, an eye patch and sits flat and da da da. But I think after the call out was made, I think reality might have set in. Uh, there's stories where the captain, if the ship's sinking, the captain stays on the ship. It's the admirable thing to do, to go down with your ship. And I've even read, I mean, this goes back to even biblical time, Old Testaments. If the kings was fighting and his army's about to lose, a lot of times the king would fall on the sword because he didn't want to be in captivity to another one. So, and even Mike Tyson himself has said, everybody's got a game plan until you get punched in the mouth. So I'm wondering if reality may have set in with Popcorn after he made the call out, and now all of a sudden the truck is broke. I mean, that's admirable. I mean, if he realized he bit off more than chew, he's going down with the ship. He's falling on the sword. But just realize this: I got plenty of butter and salt to put on that popcorn if it ever happens.
Oh, I hope he's chiming in and listening. Oh yeah, I like it.
Get that truck fixed. I'll give in to the stupid. Like I said, it's off the trailer. No time runs. We're going straight to it.
Yeah, let's make it happen. Lock it in.
Got to.
Lock it in. Uh that's cool, man. I love stuff like that. That's keeps it alive and well.
He must be in the bed, or there'd be something popped up on the
Oh
screen.
yeah, he wouldn't let that go, I'm sure. But guys, remember, and girls, June 27th, first round of the race. No matter what class you're in, if you're a female, best reaction time. Hoping my boy Shane Thompson helps us out a little bit. But obviously keep your ticket. $50 to the best reaction time first round. If it's confusing, holler at us about the dead on zero. But from dash on, dead on zero, your name goes into a pot. How many ever times you do it, that's how many ever times you're in it. We'll pull it the next Wednesday night. Nobody does it. Oh, David.
Ooh.
That's all right. That's all right. If it doesn't happen, if there's not a dead on zero, it just rolls over to the next points race. Same amount of money. Just something to do. Hope. He said praying for popcorn. Yeah, I hope it's something that we always try to do a few things a year, and just we thought this would be pretty cool to do. So,
I guess the other big thing we got going on. I know we're going along here with the show, but one more race to go in the Triple Crown Throwdown, right? So, I think Tom posted the updated points. Team MRC3 and Team We Are the Champions. We're tied at the top. So, unfortunately, I pulled a big goose egg for our team.
Yes.
Saturday. So, but anyway, one more race to go for the midway.
And really, you got third and fourth, which is actually tied for second, is 4 points back. That's Team Get Bit and Team Voodoo Barbecue.
Voodoo Barbecue.
So, they're striking distance. Yeah. Oh, and I meant to mention, Tater and his family, his crew, have added $25 to that 200, so it's 225 total. So he made it an even 75 to each
nice
team member. So I thank them, but again, shout out to Tater, Dotson Custom Paint Body. Thank you for what you've done for us for this midway part of the season. It's cool, man. I'm thankful everybody's involved, and we talked about it before, but Shane Thompson really putting a little effort into talking it up. That's been cool to see, and thanks for everybody for participating and really being working with us and getting their points totals to us each week. So, but yeah, we're coming up on the next race, which is halfway point, and I mean it's gonna be a dogfight. And really, I mean, like the year end, if this continues on, man, this could really get interesting. But appreciate you being on with us, Chad. I hate Tom had his issues, but
he's got to pay the power bill or the Chinese or something here, man.
It's gonna be a barn burner. That's right. Yeah, you stuck in there with me like a champ. I know you. You carried the show tonight as always. But I appreciate it seriously.
As long as they just keep giving us a what?
Mic and opportunity. That's all we need.
And pay the power bill.
Yeah, Tom, pay the power bill. Thanks everybody for watching. For sure, great show tonight. Thanks for everybody that puts their effort in, does the promos and all that good stuff, and chimes in each week. But thanks again. Go ahead, Tom.